What is up, Jamers and gamers and Counter-Strike enjoyers all around? I am back with another successful Stage 2. So we didn't get the 5 correct in Stage 1. I do believe that means the diamond is dead. But with a successful Stage 2, we should be on for the gold. Absolutely. But a lot of work to be done. There's a Stage 3. There's a playoff. So it's a lot of work to be done here. I'll try and get a playoffs one done, but I'm going to be in Cologne for that. So we might not get a video. Maybe it'll be quick. Record it on the phone. Type beat. So let's move in. Now, one of the things we're going to have to do here, guys, is going to have to get the calculator out. Now, if you're not aware of what I'm talking about a very special website called majors.im, which puts everything through on the old Buchol system and calculates what the matchups might look like. So you can mess about with it, who's going to win what. And it just helps you calculate a little bit. So, you know, if Vitality win their game against Foot and Spirit win their game against Na'Vi, then Vitality and Spirit are likely. I don't think it's ever 100% with this thing. And the way that the old reseeding and all that goes every round. But it is highly likely that Vitality Spirit will be playing against each other in round 2. That's not good, right? Because you might sit here and you might go, well, Vitality Spirit 3-0. Vitality obviously going to go 3-0. Spirit, really, really good Stage 2. And also kind of a hot hand team coming into this, to be fair. So, with that, it would be unwise to put both of those teams in the 3-0 bracket because one of them is going to knock down the other. So, we'll look down these opening matchups at the very least. And we're going to calculate. Just a little. Just a little. Because Stage 3, it's pretty stacked. You know what I mean? You get to this point, you've got the big boys in, and it's pretty stacked. This may well lead the playoff berth of the major to really start making a lot of sense. You know, we've also got BO3s here and stuff, right? The whole way through. So it can lead to this starting to make a lot more sense, and therefore a few less Cinderella-y type runs going into that playoff stage. So, where do I want to lean? Vitality have got Foot. Then if they win that, Maus. And if they win that, Mongols. Spirit, let's say they win. They would have Vitality. Now, obviously, things can get absolutely fucked if Foot beat Vitality and stuff like that. But Spirit would have Vitality, if things are making sense. Then they would have BB Team. And then they would have Furia. But that depends. If they beat Vitality, they would then go on to face the Mongols. And it would count on the Mongols winning all their games. When I'm saying these things, it's like, you know, the team that we're not mentioning is winning all of their opening games as well. So it's a little bit hard to predict. It is a little bit hard to predict. We've got Vitality, we've got Spirit, we've got Falcons, we've got Na'Vi. They're kind of your top 4. Falcons did fuck it at CAC, but generally speaking, they've had a pretty good season and looking better with Carrigan. Na'Vi, obviously, Pro League win and things like this, really, really valuable. They've also been looking a lot better into this season, making a bit more sense and placing a bit higher, generally speaking. So, you know, I think that they're in a good spot. They won Atlanta as well, of course, which was with a win against Vitality. So, you know, in the quarterfinal. So I think that there is good potential for Na'Vi, who are probably going to have a newfound confidence. Yes, you've got all this, like, Vitality didn't practice and they were on a mini holiday before, and it's the classic that I think they did before, where you take the foot off the gas for the penultimate major event and then you maybe come into the major fresh. Especially, I think, like, Rops has got 172 hours played in the past 2 weeks, which is absolutely crazy. So, where am I going, right? We've got all this set up. Where am I going? It's going to be a tough one. I have to go with Vitality. We've got multiple reasons for it. Favorite team, of course. Everyone's going to be believing in this squad. And they've got a UK boy. I think it's kind of as simple as that. I can have a bit of logic. I can have a bit of the heart behind it. Now, we have a look. So, we want them to go 3-0. Na'Vi are actually not, if Vitality win all of theirs and Na'Vi win all of theirs, they're unlikely to meet. So we could get whacked off in two ways, but I think that this ultimately should be something that makes sense. Whereas Falcons winning all of their games, they'll face off against Na'Vi, right? So there's a little bit of a clash here. If Na'Vi lose like an opening game or something like that, it can really scuff the bracket in a way. So, but Na'Vi's opening game are against Spirit, who are going to be warm, but then there's tape, so on and so on. It's very difficult to put Na'Vi. Spirit 3-0. I think I'd probably go this way. Could also be a Falcons. Now, what does that mean? I think that Spirit will lose to Na'Vi, so we have to put them in the basic qualification spot. I think that Falcons have got to get through. Mongols, I don't know, but I think that they're still going to be good enough. And then it's kind of these teams. It's really nicely. I believe in Foot. I think I got to put Foot through as well. But it is these teams here that are like to super high highs in the summer of last year. Maos are maybe capable with the whole vibe not quite being on stage just yet. Paravision, really problem team at the start of the year. And Aurora always have this ceiling that they can push through. And, they will be a team, let's say, they're playing Monty in their opener, should win that. Then they lose out to Falcons, and then they beat G2, and then they've got Paravision, if like Paravision kind of the favorite matchups go against them as well kind of thing. So I can definitely see Aurora making it in. I think this makes a lot of sense for me at the moment. It is just a few of these here, and maybe one of these, punches up higher. Monty barely making it through, but a really great resurgence can always be handy, and they might, face off against a couple of the teams here that they've already looked at in stage 2. So there's a lot going on. There is a lot going on. I think for me, the other place that I'd want to go, I don't know, Fury, it's a bit tough. They've got, the captain moving out and all this kind of stuff, right? I'd probably go Maos. I think that this crop of team makes sense. This team, maybe these three at the bottom could be swappable for a couple of these, and maybe a Bet Boom looks really good against some of the more vulnerable members here. It's going to be tough. I think the 3-0s, you've got to get one, and you've got to get 1-0-3, because in here, there is certainly... you're not going to get all 6 of these. You maybe want 4 to feel safe, but yeah, there is a chance that it becomes difficult. Now, in the 0-3 side of things, where do we go there? Honestly, I kind of have to go Monty again. It's a bit BM, and I know that the social media manager might get a little annoyed at me, but I mean, it unfortunately, again, just continues to make sense. It took a lot of work for them to get here, and I think that this crop of players just has quite a hard ceiling on them. Beyond that, I mean, it feels like these 3 teams would be the next logical ones, maybe a G2, but they're all quite capable of just winning a best of 3, especially against, like, if you cut off here, like against the teams that drop, or even if you, well, I suppose you got Spirit and Foot there, but you know what I mean, like the sort of more stagey 2 type teams, they have a better chance of taking a BO3 against their sort of compatriots and teams that they're used to. So it's difficult to say. I think it's one of these 3. It is one of these 3. I want to go like Legacy. Legacy have got a bit of experience against some of the higher teams, and these they'll be really hungry for it. I think I go bait. I don't know. I think they'll win one though. Honestly, it's very, very tough. 0-3 feels quite tough. I think that they're all capable of winning at least one best of 3, and that's what really changes things up here. It's going to get spicy. It is going to get very spicy in stage 3, but we're here for it. We're excited for it. Thank you very much for watching, and good luck getting that gold coin, because probably no one on for Diamond as per usual. All right, see ya.